we the same boy. Yeah. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Yeah. We dey send them go down. 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 Tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. We dey send them go down. 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 Enjoyment there. You come in Talabi and Pape Charlie. Yeah, and you Oju, see Bono Oju, and you marry Oju. Tinde ya Bono, Mande Aksi na Badalo. Oh, to Badalo. Tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Yeah, we dey send them go down. Tell them, we dey send them go down. Yeah, we dey send them go down. Send them, we dey send them go down.
And the sound sensation come from the nation.
Max Kpakio, Rudy dancing and they go down low. All my men chatty, they rocky, I need you there, stop the again, you missed out who's inside there? They go make you enjoy the music, tell it over here. Tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Hey, we send them go down. 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 Are we the same boy? Yeah. Tell you never, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Tell you never, tell them say you.
All right, tell your neighbor, tell them say they here. All right, let me say good morning, good afternoon on this beautiful weekend, Saturday. Yes, we here. Of course, only for Mama Liberia. So now because of Mama Liberia, that's why we're here. 24/7, some of us working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're here. We're not just here because we want to be here. We're here because of some reasons. All right, coming up shortly, I will be calling in. I'll be, anyway, my studio guest will be joining me or be joining us. One of Liberia's finest songs, call him Nokofu or Kofa. Yes, I love the name Kofa. Kofa will be joining us later on. The station manager of Radio LIB will be joining us later on as we stay trying to understand the report. You know, this report that came out. Liberians, those that don't want to spend the time to read it, they're listening to what other people are telling them. They're posting, you know, they're saying different things, and they, you know, and you know, the funny thing is, when that flying sheet, the first flying sheet came out, believed, according to them, it came from the American embassy in Monrovia. Boom, people took it to be the report. How can it be? You're talking about a whole nation, Ministry of Finance and financial, you know, mismanagement and things. You talk, then you somebody should get you one A4 size. Even if that's summary, because the summary in the report itself, the full report, the summary is even up to I don't know how many sheets. But somebody went condense it into A4 size and gave you some kind of an explanation, and you just boom, you just believe in it and say, oh yeah, this is a report. And this is why some of the guys actually embarrassed themselves, because they went around, started going around sharing the this is it, government is free, government has nine sir, this and that. Oh, people thought that President George Weah government is inside. You see, the U.S. government say now that you know, this government hand is not inside, they free and whatever. So they say now opposition this, opposition that, advocates they, journalists that, and all sort of you know, messages coming across from every angle and thing. But after for some of us who took our time and we were served copies at a very early stage, we went and had a look, you know, have a read through in the document, in the report, and we saw different things. The wordings in there were quite different from the one sheet that were flying around, people were taking around. This is it. Sometimes I don't want to blame people because maybe because of ignorance and because somebody do not want to ask questions. The information as it comes to them, they believe it right away and they treat it as it is. They do not want to check behind it. They do not want to look behind. They don't want to ask the question. They don't want to ask the individual who actually gave the information. They don't want to do any other further investigation. As the information hit them, that's it. The conclusion is yes, it's true. Well, yes, it's not true. Given wherever fence they are sitting on, they either denied or they accept it without further investigation. But we want to admonish you, you know, please don't be too quick to judge, to render a judgment. You can see it as appear to you, but it doesn't mean it's true. It's a simple thing. Let me just talk a little bit on this one. There's a so-called press release. Okay? There's a so-called press release being circulated on specifically Facebook. And I came across that yesterday. Which somebody, the person who posted the press release, stated that it is from the U.S. Embassy. I came across the press release, I questioned it. I mean, from my own inner judgment, I decided not to believe it. But at the same time, there are other people, because they saw the the seal of the United States there, along with the photograph of the finance minister, Mr. Samuel Twain. I know people believe it, that the press release is genuine. It is from the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia. And we did not want to question the press release or challenge the individual to provide further clarification. And we even issue advice to the individual that let's hope that this press release is true, that it is from the U.S. Embassy. But if it is not, and you're using the seal of the United States to spread lies in their name, you could be sued for this. And so we've taken a step. We're not going to tell you now what step Justice Forum took, Justice Forum Liberia took, but we've taken a step. Hopefully by the end of Monday, we will get back to you on the step that we've taken. But we have taken a step. And the second one is just before we bring in Christian Number 4. Yesterday, my understanding is the finance minister is back, Mr. Samuel Twain, back in the country, in Liberia. And upon his arrival, according to what I heard, I haven't got this the audio yet. My understanding is that he was furious, very angry. Angry for the fact that people, according to him, started pointing direct fingers at him with respect to the alleged missing money and the investigation. And that people started telling him that he's been caught up in the web. And so because of that, he responded very angrily yesterday, according to what I heard, and began to attack the media, some media, let me put it that way, and some of us who are advocating, and especially those that are speaking and directly getting him involved in this alleged missing money. Now this is it, Honorable Minister. This is it, Mr. Samuel Twain. Maybe you haven't read the Kroll fundings. Maybe you haven't gone through it. Even though from conclusion, for some of, from our conclusion and for from the pieces of advice that we got from those that we contacted with respect to the document, who perhaps, let's say, who have some financial backgrounds, maybe you have no idea as to how the investigation came about. But from what we learned, this document, this particular report, wasn't even a kind of a detailed written report after the consultation by Kroll firm in Monrovia with government officials, but rather it was just almost an essay. When you write an essay and you give it to somebody to edit for you, to proofread for you or so. It was something like that we saw, or we have seen, or that is mentioned in this particular report. So it's like your ministry or the investigative team that the president set aside is the one that did the work and just gave it to, and they just passed that information to Kroll to have a look on it, and they went ahead. They just read through, and from wherever they're supposed to have their pieces, put their pieces of advice, they put it there. That's how we understood it to be. And so, good evening from my end. So, Mr. Samuel 12, this is it. This is maybe our advice to you. And let's hope that you will take our advice. The reason we got to where we are, as far as the issue of this money is concerned, is because the people of Liberia are suspicious. I reiterate that again. The reason we got to where we are, the reason we are where we are today, is because the Liberian people are suspicious of the alleged missing $16 billion. I'm going to leave out this 25 million. I'm going to leave that out for the argument's sake. And so, from the onset of this case to this point, I keep forgetting his name, Samuel Toy. From the onset to this point, the Liberian people are angry. Yes, the sensible ones, those that actually know the reason they are on this planet Earth, they are angry. Yes, the reasonable Liberian people are angry. They are angry of how this issue of the money was being handled. So as far as that is concerned, every citizen who can reason well, we have the right to say or to question you particularly about this money. You can't rule that out. You can't. Every reasonable Liberian, I mean, I'm talking about somebody who can reason and somebody who really thinks that perhaps something like this should be the concern of a patriotic citizen. Those individuals are not believing what is happening, and they have the right to ask questions. If there is a response, if there's a reason for them to point out fingers directed to people, they have the right to do that. That is part of freedom of speech. Nobody's just going and saying you are the criminal also. But for somebody to come out and say, yes, the finance minister should know more about this, they are not wrong. Honorable Minister, so if you made any statement yesterday angry at us that are asking questions, we think you should take such statement back to you. If you lashed out at the media yesterday, some media houses that actually took on or that has taken on the story or so, I think you need to take it back, Mr. Samuel Toy. These people are Liberians. They have the right to inform the Liberian people as to what is happening. Mr. Kofa Nelson will soon bring you on, just trying to lay the foundation. We're coming straight to the document the moment we get you on, Mr. Nelson. Or if you don't mind, maybe you can call in or so, and then once I finish, we'll just go straight to you. Yeah, you can call in. Let's see. And that is it. So the Liberian people have the right to ask each and every one that we can picture that they are involved in this money. That's why for some of us, for me specifically, when this issue of the money came out, since then, I have been saying that, look, in order for us to actually go further with the investigation, the past administration, let me put it this way, that is the past finance minister and the current finance minister, number one, they should have long since been invited by the House Committee on Waste, Means and Finance, or whatever committee that falls under. Then the past central bank governor and the current central bank governor, they should have been invited as well by the House. Now, to help further with the investigation, we spoke with some members of the legislature and asked them, even the member of the board of the central bank, and members of the board governing the Ministry of Finance, even they themselves should have been asked, requested to appear before the House. So basically, what we have elected you for, you're doing the job. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. But they didn't do it. They had their own flaws. If you look at it, if you read the whole documents, the information or the report, you will get to know that, a lot of people blunder in the issue, in the case. From the start to, Mr. Nelson was sorry, I don't think we will do the, it's not possible to do the, it's not possible to do the call on, let's try the Skype, please. It's not possible to do the call on a messenger because I'm using a device to go live. So once I take the call, then the video will have to go off. So if we can try the Skype, let's try that. Call me on Skype. I sent you a message already on Skype. If I have brother in the case here, honestly, I've been saying it a long time. If my brother was even the finance minister, what I'm telling you now, or what I've been saying, long time say I've been telling him to pass himself over, to submit himself over for investigation. I'm not here to, but I'm not that type of person, because my family is in the government, and so when the especially in the context of something like this that belongs to the Republic of Liberia, and I should go tell you I'm going to back my family in that one, forget it, man. Even the last time I said it, the past government, if they call for the president and the vice president to be invited as well if they want to put another committee together and ask them as well, fine, that's good. And I'll keep saying there's no long distance family relationship, and I said it over and over on my platforms. Even if the vice president is to be called today and invited by any committee to go answer questions, I will be happy, very, very happy. That's my own blood. I'll be very, very happy. But I will keep telling you guys that for me, I stand on it. This issue of the $16 billion partly got to do with the past administration and partly got to do with this administration. Nobody can rule that out. Except maybe you're thinking that you are not on this planet Earth and you are not even part of the Liberian society. Yeah, if you think that way, fine. Then maybe I understand you. But if you really consider yourself to be part of this planet Earth and in the Liberian society, that you follow development and things, then perhaps your analysis and the way you understand things will work good. So that's it. And so we just want to call on the Minister of Finance, do not get angry with the Liberian people. The Liberian people have got every right to ask the questions that they are asking. They have every right to point fingers at you. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry, Christian, I just pressed the wrong button. Sorry, I don't know what happened. So what's not clear? My heart? Not clear. I'm not understanding you, Randall. What do you mean? You're not hearing me good? I don't know. There seems to be people not hearing me or what? I don't know.
Yeah, Max.
Right, good evening. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Okay, welcome. I don't know if I'm having problem. Let me see. Some people they say different thing. Whether I don't know. People are not hearing me. Also, let me try this caller.
Hear
Me on the video.
Yeah, I hear you on the web.
Oh, okay. I don't know what somebody trying to say here. That I don't know my phone or what. But let me see. Let me go to Brussels. I think a brother from Brussels trying to call. I just trying to eye him on the video. But in the meantime, before we go, we'll have a look at the documents more. But okay, hold on, looking for I'm sure maybe you'll be able to get this. Let me play some technical stuff here, so you'll be able to get the brother who will be speaking. We'll be taking some calls as well. Same we didn't get you through the video. We'll be taking from video calls to hear from Liberians as well. About bless. Hello, how are you? Welcome.
I'm fine, Max. Long time. How are you doing, bro?
We're doing good. Nogofo, are you hearing? Can you hear from that?
I just told the next person that I think maybe the problem is his phone, because the person said that you are being echoed 2-3 times, but I am not getting any echo from my end. So
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, you hearing him? Oh, that's good. Perfect. All right, good. Oh, thank you for that info. How you doing, my man? What is your take? First of all, let's start with before we bring Nogofo in. Let's start with the report. Have you read it? Report the full report.
I have started going through the report, but not from the beginning, because normally when you have a volume of reports, the first thing you have to do is not to start from the first page. You have to start with the summary to have a detail of what is being reported in. You understand? Before you start to go and take a bit of pieces from the beginning page to the last page, that how normally the report is being read. So I have started with the government report, because I wanted to see what the government reports would be about before I go to the American government report. But as I try to go through the government report, I think that it was done intensively, and it was not biased.
Let me hold you here, because for me, my platform, I don't accept people coming here to insult people. So I need to block Randa right now. You're not here to call anybody a donkey. Mr. Cummings is not a donkey. This is not a platform to come here to call people donkey. Okay? Go and find somewhere else. This platform, I don't accept any profane language or any kind of a form of disrespect to other people. I'm not here for that. Let's go ahead. Let me block this man quick. We go ahead.
Yeah. So first of all, if you look at the entire report, most especially when it comes to the printing of the banknotes, you find out that the discrepancy that they talk about is that the order of the printing of the money was ordered by the central bank before they could have had an authorization from the national legislature. So that alone in itself, but as they have started to arrest people, I felt that government is already taking action in that direction. But what I thought to myself is that, is this arrest meant to sway people's attention from the $25 million mop up? So I decided to go away from the printing of the banknote to start to go into the $25 million mop up, to scope into it a bit. And then you begin to see that they divided Moravia into zones. Instead of going into the conventional ways through the central bank to get those extra amount out of the streets, they decided to go into various quarters in Monrovia to dispatch men to go and get Liberian dollars out of the market. And what they did, if you look at 5.4 of the Liberian government investigation, they tell you that from team 1, because the team was headed by Samuel Tue, according to the interview that was done by the investigation team with Samuel Tue. He said he headed the mop-up operation, and he had 6 teams. From team 1 to team 5, they were not sent to specific zones. They were spread out throughout Monrovia to go to various forex bureaus to go and buy Liberian dollar and give the US dollar. And then Team 6 was involved with Central Monrovia and Cinco. So at the end of the day, you see that what they did, because normally they make a special reference to a team on Carey Street, Union Forex Bureau. When they asked Samuel Tuer, he said that what they did with this Forex Bureau, they were able to buy at the amount of $161,900 US amount from the Forex Bureau, from Union's Forex Bureau on Carey Street. But when the team went to make a follow-up, according to the management of that team, in July and August, the team went there, they were able to buy like $5,500 US. But when the investigation team, after conducting the investigation from both Tuer and the Forex Bureau, they found out that on the central bank record, instead of $5,500, they recorded $161,900 US. So that's a discrepancy in unaccounted amount of $154,400 US we are talking about. That is, could you imagine? It is just one instance. And the team that was involved with Central Monrovia, they were also charged with the responsibility of going to businesses and importers to go and change money. So at the end of the day, if they are not going by the convention, the CBL, they were going by the CBL rate according to the report. But at the end of the day, you know that when you are doing those kind of a transaction where the US dollar is in actual demand, importers are looking for it, you are going to sell at a more higher rate. So, I mean, what we are saying, Samuel Tuer do not have to come out to lash out at the media institution. Because we do not, we are just looking at just one instance from just one Forex Bureau with a discrepancy of $154,000 US. Then could you imagine all of Forex Bureau, what made that happen? Yeah. And then when you go to importers also, who know the transaction, and at the end of the day, they do not have any financial trail to give to the investigator as there is the denomination, there is the amount we sold to this Forex Bureau or to this importer or to this business person in the denomination of $1,000, $5, $1,000, $2,000, $10 bill. There is no record of that amount. So what does Samuel Tuer expect for the Liberian media to do? He as a professional media, he as a professional financial person should understand that if you want to carry out a mop-up exercise or you want to try to see to balance the economy, the standard way to do it is to go through an auction or go through the commercial banks. That's the standard way. But you do not give money out to people and say, okay, my man, you go to on 12th Street, my man, you go to Rita, my man, you go to Cinco, you go to this place, you go to Douala, and those people are not bringing receipts and records back to you. How do you account for the money that the Liberian people gave you? $25 million in tax money. It's not a small money from the federal, from government reserve. It's not a small money. And now the question the brothers from the other side are asking, they are saying that, and one thing Max, you must understand, I am not a seditious. You know, I campaigned against CDC in the elections, but I support this government. But at the end of the day, Max, we are very much objective when it comes to the country. It's not about the president. It's not about worshiping someone. It's about the sustainability of the state and maintaining the peace. There are so many people that are going to bear hungry in Liberia that cannot even find a meal a day. I do not even want to say one meal a day. Some people do not even have a meal a day to sleep in Liberia. And you have people taking Liberian people taxpayer money and dispatching it to people like to say they are running a student council government or a Susu club. The president has to look into this. He has to close his eye because the president, I feel that I have got to understand that he loves President and Samuel Tuer President so much. And he has to close his eye to this and make sure that we are not accusing Samuel Tuer to say he has stolen. Yeah. We do not want to be hasty about that.
Not yet. No.
It would be very much premature and immature to say he has stolen any money. But our issue here, my issue here is that the president should go deep into scoping what happened to this $25 million? The entire $25 million have not been expended. The amount that have been expended through the central bank to the mop-up thing is in the tune of $40 million US. And I think the president should try to scope it and ask questions and has an investigative team to ask Samuel Tuel what happened to this money. And in this light, why these things are going on, Samuel Tuel should not be functioning as a finance minister. He's not being prosecuted. We are not prosecuting him, but for transparency, that he may not be holding on to government documents while he's being investigated. He should be placed on a temporary suspension while the government or an investigative team go through some scoping investigation to find out as to what actually happened to the tune of $14 million US.
Okay. All right, Albert. I think you spoke quite well, and I like the way you started with the document. Yes, even me, by the moment you landed, they sent it to me. I even requested it from the company itself, because we've been in communication with them before the report came out. For any advice as well, just for any of you who might come across it, directing the better said, first of all, go straight to the summary and read it. Even if you want to go back now from the beginning, it will be connecting you from that summary and what they say.
Because you already have an overall idea as to what the report is about. Yeah.
And you understand very well. Okay, Albert, thank you so much for your contribution. We appreciate you.
Thanks for calling the opportunity also, brother.
Okay. Look, let me come to you. First of all, let's come to the arrest, because you always into this legal issue. Well, and always good to be to look at the both side of the coins as well, especially when somebody is arrested. I mean, for where you are, if somebody come and knock on my door, police come and knock on my door, and well, I mean, arrest is being issued. Number one, they have to tell me why they arrested me. Number two, they have to read out my charges to me, and then for if that invitation, then we go. You look at it from whatever perspective we are looking at it. Let's start from the arrest. Let me put the report down, because coming to the report I'll be reading small so you can help us to understand. But as far as the arrest is concerned, for me, I haven't heard from the Liberia National Police, the joint security that carry out the arrest, as to the charges or so. Where do we stand in terms of those who have been arrested, the time frame that they stay spending behind bars or so, and from your perspective and understanding of the law?
Well, Max, they were arrested without a warrant, so which is allowing them to procedure, the criminal procedure. But process they have to go through, if you look at the process, a criminal procedure, they got arrest without warrant.
Okay.
And that's 10:20. Procedure on arrest by officer without warrant. When making an arrest where a warrant has not been issued, the officer informed the person of being arrested of the authority and the nature of the offense charged against him. Unless the person to be arrested is engaged in the commission of the crime and pursuing him, then you don't have to say anything to him, because that's what it is. But when you are arrested, what is next? 10.11 says, without warrant, an officer making an arrest where a warrant has not been issued without unnecessary delay shall take the arrested person before the nearest available magistrate or justice of the peace. The officer shall forthwith prefer the complaint under an oath of affirmation, setting forth the offense which the arrested person has been charged and committing and cause a warrant to be issued. So no warrant issue, they arrest you. Immediately they should find something to get you to a court to be charged. So they can issue a warrant. And when they issue a warrant, you have the right to ask for a bond. But we don't see in this case. And they can say the court is not open on Saturday. The court rule that is open on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Rule 1. And I'll read it. General rule applicable in all courts of Liberia. Rule 1. Except for official opening of the term of each court, otherwise provided by law, the rule of the Supreme Court, all courts shall meet daily at 8 a.m. Reason the journal being in the secretary of the court, provided that excluding holidays and Sundays. Now here the main part. All courts shall be open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturday. So today, people are taking them to court and get a warrant. But it wasn't done. Why? I mean, things like that, you sometimes like, I mean, the rules, the laws are there, but never followed. From what we hear, they use it to punish people.
Yeah, well, Mr. Nelson, in this case, don't you think because of the gravity of the case, perhaps at the initial stage where the individuals were arrested were not served warrant?
Well, that was based on the recommendation of the, now we're looking at the government investigation team.
Who should issue such arrest? Is it the Justice Minister or the Joint Security?
Well, the Justice Minister can request that they be arrested because he holds that authority. But if you look at the report, they should be charged for 15.80 and 15.81 and 15.82. Misuse of public money, property, or records.
Right.
Theft and illegal disbursement and expenditure of public money. That's what the report recommended that they be charged for. So the police should just go to court and read the scenario why they should be charged. And then the court issued a warrant to be arrested, and they get arrested.
But now they are arrested, yeah. Let's get the people to understand the law. And we want to balance the occasion. There are some people saying, "Oh, you're only one side." With respect to now they are arrested. This is going to be the second night, I think, behind bars or so. Does it really matter if perhaps the people, the very people they arrested, feels that because they didn't do it right, their rights has been violated as well?
Well, they do have rights. When you get arrested, does not take away your constitutional rights. I mean, once you are arrested, and then they have in charge, then they keep it there for 48 hours. After 48 hours, they have to let them out. Not that they cannot be.
They can't re-arrest.
But after 48 hours, no charge. What are we looking for? That's the constitutional right. They let you out, and they take you to court. But they have not been charged for anything as far as news being reported. Even though it was recommended by PTI that they be charged for 15.81 and 15.82. But as it is, we don't know. We haven't seen a DA in court to
I don't know.
Everybody in court.
I don't
The
know.
police have to write according to the law. The police should take them and read to the judge. This is the reason why we got them here, and then the judge can issue a warrant of arrest. But Liberia is just different.
I mean, I don't know. Don't you think perhaps, the issue of this court proceedings now? Because I don't know if it is in a state like that, but here, you can be arrested on Saturday and still appear to court on Sunday. So,
Yeah, but in the law is there, court rule number 1. The court is open on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. It's closed on holidays and closed on Sunday. That's the court rule. So why didn't they go to court today?
But then they should have been. Yeah, then they should have been. They should have. According to them, they are right to appear in court today and then fully charged. So in that case, now even if they will be in police custody, the police will be within the justice system will be within the law as well.
Yeah.
Then if the 48 hours about to expire, they can go back to the court if they still want more how they call it, more information from the arrested individuals. I mean, that's why I can see here the court can go back.
Yeah, I mean, the government want to keep them beyond the 48 hours, then the government want to go back to the court.
Yeah.
And perfect their case and tell the court why they still want them in custody.
Yeah, that's it.
And once the court agree, then they stay in custody. But we haven't seen it yet. They can't say the weekend the courts are closed. No, the rules say courts are open from 9 a.m. to 12 noon for certain administrative purpose, like issuing a bond, doing a plea, blah, blah, blah. But why is it in Liberia? These are written in black and white. Anybody can read it honestly. You don't need a lawyer.
Let's look at the issue of the finance minister. But let me respond to somebody. Cash Raw. This is it. Social media is broad, and only for Liberia we don't know how to use it yet. But I think for now, many of us are making good use of it. The social media, it was created for this kind of a purpose. If you don't want to listen, if you don't want to watch the person, go. But to say all Liberians can do now on social media is political talk shows. Yes, the people have the right to say what they want to say. Even if Facebook charge them to pay for the services that they are using and they are paying for it, it's left for you. For some of us, I don't even anticipate having people to sit down and watch me. So if you are not prepared to come and sit down and watch or listen, there's no need coming on to make flashy statement on people's platforms and things. Go away. If you don't want to talk, we want to talk. If you have acquired your knowledge and you don't want to share with people, then sit down with your knowledge. But some of us we have decided to run these platforms, to invite people like Nogofu and come here and help to educate us. If you're having problem with it and you think it is politics, go somewhere else and go listen to those that are not talking. There are platforms that people just cause people mad. So go there. Maybe those ones that they don't talk politics, they only cause people mad and things. So go there and go watch those ones. But don't come on my platform and can't tell me what I don't want to hear. Go somewhere else, or else I'll block you soon. Look, let me come to the finance minister issue before we take a look at a little bit about this money. We're talking about nation concern. The brother just called from Brussels, and this brother told us, I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter of we as government and thing. Yes, I know I'm voting, but honestly, I am speaking in the context of the interest of Liberia. The 16 billion, the 25 million, everything it is the consent of the Liberian. You didn't hear what the brother said? Then you're telling me that we don't have right. This is some of the same old thing. These are the people that go around telling people we don't have right to exercise our right to talk about this money business. Who else will talk for us? We invited the United States of America and team to help us and thing. You know what going around now? What Liberians are saying? That they don't even believe the report and thing. Come on, man. If you don't want it, don't come. Go somewhere else and watch different thing. No, let me come to the issue. I mean, so long this platform are here to educate, we'll continue to educate them anyway. The finance minister returned. My understanding is that the even brother Abba Bless this he touched on it as well. He returned, but he was furious, not merely about the report itself, but he was furious about those of us that are still asking questions or either pointing fingers directly at him. And then he was so furious about the media. He said the media, you know, is the one that tarnishing a repetition or so and thing. Number 4, don't you think the Liberian people have the right to talk on this case and continue to ask questions?
Well, it's in the Constitution, Article 15.c. The right of the people to know and be informed of all government functionaries is a senior member of the government. And the issue being put out there, but money being mapped up. And we see a problem with it. Their records show they gave 100 and some odd thousand to one of those exchange agencies. The agency is saying they only give us 5,500. So we got a big gap of 100,000 plus missing. Somewhere something went wrong. And I just one agency saying it. Unfortunately for them, they gave the information to the PTR, the Liberian investigators. But when American came, they gave no record. Even though they have given a record to PTR, USA crew people came, not a single record they provided. Why? Why they couldn't just give the USA people the same thing the agency gave them? They hid it. This report by PTR, the Liberian report, was done since January. The Pro government sat on it. When I raised suspicions, then we were told they were going to have a press conference. They went to the press conference and did not even give us the opportunity to pre-read the report before going to the press conference to have the right question to ask. I can remember one of the reporters asked, but who are some of these people that are supposed to face the law? They said the justice minister was the one to decide, which of course is right.
Yeah.
But the justice minister be having a report either the middle part of January. Why did he act?
Yeah.
And of course, we got lawmakers, they will sit there and do nothing. I mean, I don't understand. Max, you live in London. You think that such information will be in the newspapers and the parliament will just say that do nothing?
No way. Long time, man.
No way.
Somebody invited. Long time.
They'll be invited to come answer questions.
What? Long time.
But our lawmakers will sit there, we all read the newspaper, we all do yo. Nothing get done.
Before, I'll not continue. Before even Tony Blair left power, he was invited more than 3, 4, 5 times before the House as the Prime Minister of this great nation to answer questions about the Iraq War. When he left the office again, he was called over there more than a dozen times.
To answer.
Yeah. This is,
answers.
I mean, the lawmakers are saying this is what our constituents are talking about. This is what they are concerned about. We are calling you to ask you about these things. Why did you take us to war to Iraq? Come and explain to us and what. But yeah, our people there, when we suggest to them that, look, you know why? Even when the onset of this thing, we say, look, you know why? At the end of the day, the past administration, the current administration, which they owe us they owe us answers. But when you bring it out on the before, people say, oh, you shouldn't blame this government. It was only the past government. Maybe and a few other people they'll come up with their names. But I mean,
it's showing. Look at the arrest that came out. All the people who work within the past government at central bank. Now the new governor, when he came in, he gave a press conference that every penny had been accountable for. So what was that statement based on? If every penny had been accountable for, why are we arresting people?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Why are we arresting people? Yeah.
At the time, Patriot, he said it. Every penny has been accountable for. That means nothing is missing. But then we're arresting people.
No, let me see what I can whether we can remind ourselves, because the thing we're trying, even the law issued, we're trying to compare and contrast here. If at the very beginning, the video, the voice clip I'm going to play for us to just remind ourselves, if at all it was in the States, it was in Brussels, it was in the United Kingdom, and people were investigating this matter, which is actually, it is criminally in nature. These two people, listen to them, they would have been called upon to answer questions.
Central Bank of Liberia wants to clarify to the general public and our partners in progress that there is no $16 billion Liberian dollars missing, as has been erroneously reported in the media.
I have my head about missing money because I know what happened to the money.
Let me stop right there. Number 4, this statement from the chairman alone implicated him. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
We shouldn't even go further. This statement alone implicated himself in it. Deep, and know what happened with the money.
Yeah. At least the PTR, the Liberian investigators, were able to question him. But our lawmakers, people called with authority for oversight, have not called him in, have not asked one simple question. And from what we hear, when Yaku Kolbach submitted his concern to the Speaker's office, it never comes on the floor to be debated. And then we blame Yeke for being so rude. The Speaker's office is protecting something. What is he protecting? What is he protecting? The office should put these kind of matters on the floor to be looked into. If they need to exam committee, exam committee.
No, God.
But the Yeke submit for inquiry, it never comes on the floor.
No.
The rules say they can submit inquiry. It's part of their rules. But when he does it, the Speaker blacks it. He doesn't bring it on the floor.
All right, guys. Those of you that are watching via the video, about this first, if you do not call me on messenger, please. You keep me out. Please call the video if you want to make your contribution. For some of you, we're going to start going in the. Let's look at the discrepancies. We started the document yesterday for some of you that were on the platform here. The good thing about show like this, so for those that do not have they are not pleased with what we're doing, especially a document like this. Sometimes it's good when you read it and you have somebody on the other end trying to explain it. Sometimes you understand it better. So we are going to look at the discrepancies in this report. We gave you the definition of discrepancies yesterday. It's like what, it's like you drawing water with, in the common sense, this is all that got the borehole behind our houses or so, and you use draw bucket to to get the water, and you have too many holes on that, on the draw bucket. By the time you pick up the water to bring it up, before you reach up, most of it gone.
Most of it gone?
Yeah. So you may end up putting nothing in the bucket. So that's what I mean. But no, let's see whether we can take a gist of it bit by bit for the next 30 minutes and see maybe from your own interpretation, especially for those who are following and they haven't read the report. Okay, this says here 3.2.4, just in case if it is before you. They say this.
We calling the reports are you reading?
Oh, I'm reading the Kroll report, the detailed report.
Okay.
Yeah. It says here discrepancies in quantity value of new banknotes delivered to the CBL vault. CBL stands for Central Bank of Liberia. The mandate for Kroll's independent review was in part prompted. This is where we stopped last night. I just want to start from there since we have Nico 4. I can go back again. The mandate 3.2.4 is under executive summary. I go way at the bottom, yeah. No way, anyway. Yeah, so you're done with the summary key findings. The summary key findings. It starts from 3.2. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing we're starting from 3.2.3. Okay. It says here, Kroll's analysis of shipping documentation provided by Crane AB, that is, those records detailing the physical movement of new banknotes from the point of manufacture in Sweden to either the Freeport of Monrovia or Roberts International Airport in Monrovia, has confirmed that the company ultimately printed new banknotes totaling LD or LRD 15.506 billion. This equated to the overprinting of new banknotes totaling LRD 0.506 billion, more than the contractually agreed quantitative value. Let's take it maybe paragraph by paragraph. If you explain to somehow to break to explain.
Well, what it's saying is, okay, we got a contract that says print $10.
Mm-hmm.
You go and print $15. That's $5 extra. That's what it's saying. So what did you do with the $5 extra? We did not ask you to print $5. We said print $10. But our records show what we sent to you was $15. Okay. But it seems that the record you recorded, you said $10. So what did you do with the $5? That's what they're asking here.
Okay. So there's that one.
Something is wrong.
Yeah, that's that. So for those of you, when you come across the word discrepancies, there's something like that. So let's go further. The first contract in May 2016. That's why I keep saying I keep saying the past administration too, they have questions and answers. The first contract in May 2016 for LD 5.0 billion included a clause that permitted a fluctuations in the actual quantity of banknotes delivered of minus plus 1.5% for each denomination, subject to side letters being mutually agreed between the CBL and the Crane AB. The actual overall variance in the quantity of banknotes shipped was 5.11%. No formal side letters were provided by Crane AB or the CBL to show that the overprinting of new banknotes was mutually agreed between the two parties. Number 4.
Well, yeah, we got a problem right there.
But this is it.
The agreement.
This is business.
The agreement said this, and that was done.
This is business. So, don't you? I mean, why can you do it with records?
Well, the record is there. The record show you are supposed to do this, but you did that. Even though I did that, I still send you that. You got it, and then you go look at the contract. But the contract said that if you want to $10, but they send out $15.
Wow. Now,
we call it $10.
Further to that, the second contract for LD, I'll prefer LD than LD, 10.0 billion did not have any fluctuation clause. Documentation shows that the CBL did pay for the printing of all new banknotes totaling LD 15.506 billion. Discrepancy 3.2.4.
Yeah.
The mandate of Kroll's independent review was in part prompted by Liberian and international media reports covering the alleged disappearance of the new banknotes, which included allegations that a container of new banknotes shipped by Crane AB to Liberia and subsequently delivered from either the Freeport of Liberia or Roberts International Airport to the central bank was missing. Kroll's analysis of delivery documentation provided by the CBL, that is, those records detailing the physical movement of new banknotes from the Freeport of Liberia or Roberts International Airport to the CBL, records that new banknotes totaling LD 15.506 billion were received at either the CBL headquarters, record that new banknotes, okay, CBL headquarters reserve vote, hereafter the HQ reserved vote, or at an additional reserve vote at the former National Housing and Saving Bank, hereafter. This is, I mean, for somebody to say or either, I mean, they don't even have record to say, to pinpoint that it went to place.
Nobody knows where the other went. That's what they say. It could have gone here, it could have gone there. But CBL signed. So CBL should know the container it came into, because they took it out and put it in the reserve vault, or they put it in the headquarters vault. What happened to that container? Did they throw it in the Boston River? What happened to it? That's the question everybody asking. Where is the container? You took the money out. Okay, we agree you took the money out. What did you do with the container? Did you send it back? If you send it back, or which ship or airline? Where's the record that you send it back?
Yeah. You know, just to remind Liberians, those of you that's really having problem. Some of us are still talking about this morning. This is it. You heard from this reading, from this report. The news went on the international wire. We as a nation, Liberia, this morning issue could put Liberia on the blacklist. Foreign investor could be afraid of us to come and invest in their money in the country.
Of course.
You got to understand this, guys.
And to have the USA people hire the people from Philadelphia to come and investigate, Liberia had to commit to get the $112 million that you got for USA. We have to investigate an issue. And how that happened? Liberia want to agree. Say, okay, yeah, you come.
Yeah.
Investigate. Because will I give you the 112 million if this is not investigated? So,
I mean, it's not small money the people spending on us. Go on the website of USAID and go see how much money they pump in our economy through projects and other stuff and things. Go and see. So anybody
report will be sent to Congress.
Oh yeah.
Will be sent to the State Department.
Yeah.
Other international NGOs are looking at it and say, well, if people don't need help,
no.
If 16 billion can get vanished, 25 million can be used, and there's no record, do they need help? We don't think so.
Okay. Look, let's see whether we can share this report with most of our people. Your thanks, those of you, thank you for your comment. The CBI, I think, yes, it's great to be more attentive to the reading than calling on the video. Okay, the CBL Internal Audit Department provided Kroll with delivery documentation in the form of CBL internal audit memorandums and appended Crane AB packing list. The Crane AB packing list were used by the CBL Internal Audit Department to reconcile the receipt of the new banknotes from either the airport or seaport into the CBL reserve vaults. Further, the IA memorandums state that Crane AB printed and shipped new banknotes totaling LD 15.506 billion. Yet, the appended Crane AB packing list provided to Kroll by the CBL indicated that the Crane AB printed and shipped new banknotes totaling LD 17.450 billion. A difference of 1.944 billion. The issue, let me finish with that paragraph. The issue specifically related to an IA memorandum dated December 10, 2017, which stated new banknotes totaling LD 1.173 billion were delivered to the CBL, whereas the appended Crane AB packing list stated that banknotes totaling LD 3.117 billion were shipped to the CBL. The same LD 1.944 billion difference. Number 4, then somebody is telling me that anyway, let me hear your analysis on this one.
Something is missing. Something not adding up. You go buy a pair of shoes. You tell your parents, my size is size 9. You go and get size 12. Your feet will fit in the shoe. But when you walk comfortably, no, it's big. The people who printed the money say, we send you this amount. It's on the receipt. You get the money to take it to the vault. You lessen about what they send you. So that 1.9, whatever it is missing.
1.944 billion. Even that's more money, man. My people.
That's more money.
My people. When you're hearing that there's no even painkiller at hospitals. Then you're talking about somebody playing with 1.944 billion.
So who took it?
And somebody telling us here that we don't have right to say anything, or we don't have right to point fingers. Come on, man. Let's go further.
Then you point fingers to the star, we point fingers to Liberia. I mean, you got a banking system that is like 1842 operating.
You know,
the PTR in that report recommended that the reserve vault at the National Savings Bank down outside, the place should be lighted, should be a CCTV 24/7.
Yes.
Go there today. Go there right
Yes.
now and see if a place is like it.
Monitor it. You're dealing with, I mean, the Republic of Liberia money. You're playing with, you're dealing with the whole Republic of Liberia money, man. Come on. And then you taking, just even when you're taking even, let's say 100,000 or whatever amount you're taking, it got to be documented. How will you evaluate yourself tomorrow? How will you actually, oh, come on, man. The international community are pointing fingers at the whole country. The people, as Liberians, we have the right to point fingers at you people.
And we, the citizens, have the right to point fingers at those who are in authority.
That's it.
The report did not attack one government.
No.
It attacked the current government
And the past
and the
administration.
foreign government.
Yeah. I mean, look at the people dealing with money, that money is leaving from one point to another. There's no specific place the money is going. They say maybe it went to central bank or it went to this bank. What kind of thing is this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue from this point. The CBL Internal Audit Department communicated, commenters rather, that owing to a series of shipping delays in December 2017, the Queen AB packing list provided to Kroll were therefore not reflective of the actual value of the new banknotes delivered to the CBL, which totaled LD 15.506 or 506 billion. Queen AB has categorically stated that new banknotes totaling LD 15.506 billion were printed and shipped to Liberia. As noted in section 2.6, the overall currency and completeness of the CBL's internal records was considered to be inadequate. You hear this? Nonetheless, there was an inconsistencies in shipping records provided by Queen AB, stating that new banknotes totaling LD 15.506 billion were shipped to Liberia, compared to the Queen AB packing list appended to IA memorandums provided to Kroll by the CBL, which indicated that the new banknotes totaling LD 17.450 billion were delivered to the CBL.
So, see, one record showing this figure, that record showing this figure, unless something happened on a plane where somebody went in the package and took out, and then when it got to CBLs, they counted and said, well, they put $10 on the thing, but only $3 here. What happened to the 7?
You know, look, this organization, I checked behind them. The moment I got to know, because we wrote the American ambassador at a very early stage under the banner of Justice Forum Liberia. At the very early stage, after the president made a statement, or the State of the Nation address, and said that the report was going to be released on the 28th of February, we wrote the embassy and told the ambassador that the time frame was too far. We need a report now also. And then when we got the information that this company was contacted, we actually checked behind them, and I rang their office here. We have seen that this is a very, very credible institution. They have no. Agami. They have done work on Iraq. They've done work on Afghanistan. Still doing the work there. They've done work on Somalia, just to name a few. But number 4, I mean, as far as this report too is concerned, and the way they have also maybe dealt with it, you think they will face some question by maybe anybody who want to do business tomorrow with them, or they have done their job properly?
Well, they got their repetition to uphold. So They will do all they can do to make sure their integrity is not touched or tarnished. And I'm sure they'll be waiting even if the U.S. government call them, which Congress can do most time, to ask them questions, to answer the question. The problem we got is our lawmakers will not call a representative from that company to come and explain. I mean, just come and answer basic questions. They won't do that. What good are they? If a day had happened in Britain, the British Parliament will call them to come and give some explanation. They'll be called.
Yeah.
The reports are there. I can show you our lawmakers not even reading it to understand the gravity of what's going on here. They're not reading it. You got oversight power to subpoena even a fly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we don't use it to do anything.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to the point. At the beginning, when you start reading the document, the report, the firm that did the investigation, I will put it that way, at the beginning, they told us that they said in the document there that there are certain portions they omitted. They said that it is to protect their clients. So I just get into that portion, and that portion now, let me show you for some of you that are watching it. This is how the document looks like. Let me just show you. So this is the confidential, this is the portion I'm talking about. Wherever you see the black mark or so, it means something was there, but I'm alluding to the point that I mentioned above at the beginning, that they did most of this to protect their clients. Their clients is the CBL. So I just wanted to let you know as I go along to read it. Okay, it says here discrepancy that 3.2.5 discrepancies in payment made by CBL for overprinting of new banknotes. In December 2016, the CBL made a supplemental payment of, they closed that, to Crane AB. So this is where we talked about this yesterday, and Fidel was here. The analysis was that in this area, they were at least right to do what they did here, because number 4, they are big organization, and they have people coming to them as clients. So for example, I might be running a printing shop, and you bring 12 dozen of t-shirts for me to print, but then overall I charge you about $15. Okay, and somebody else may bring 12 dozens for me to print, and I can charge them $12, or I can charge them $15. So I'm just trying to make people understand here. So in this case, they do not want to tell us or tell the world how much the CBL pay them, or how much they charge the CBL. So if you get to that point where you're reading this particular report, what they cover there is the agreement, kind of a secret between they and CBL. They don't want other people to know. So maybe to say, oh, but maybe other clients could come and say, but the last time you printed this amount, the same amount for Liberia, and they pay this. Why are you charging up more? So I get that. So this is it. In December 2016, the CBL made a supplemental payment of blank to Crane AB for the over printing of 4250. Okay, in fact, because of that black mark, I'm going to leave that and just go further. Okay, let's go to 3.2.6. Discrepancies in the intended purpose of new banknotes. First contract for the LD 5.0 billion. The first contract in May 2016. We're talking about May 2016. We're still far away from the election period. the first contract in May 2016 for LD 5.0 billion received legislature approval to address a shortage of LD banknotes on the market and for the new banknotes to be infused into the Liberian economy. As of December 2018, that was just about the election was finished now, or more I can say, the CBN had circulated all of the new banknotes printed in relation to the first contract, which is the 5.0 billion. The first contract, including the over-printed banknotes. You remember the 1 point something that we talked about first? They over-printed. They added that one there, of which LD 3.759 billion had been injected into the Liberian economy without removing from circulation and destroying the equivalent quantity value of legacy banknotes. I'll explain this to a little bit.
Well,
no.
It means they took the new money and put it out there without getting out the tier money. The tier money that the one people don't like is old, depleted, but they put the new money out there. So what did they map out? What was mapped out? To do that, you set up a institution and say those who got XYZ, you got setting your money date to bring in to exchange the money. Nothing was done of such. That what we see for exchange deal was giving 5,500 Liberian dollar. US dollar. The record showed they were giving 100 and some thousand US dollar.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Well, analyze it better. Let's go to 3.2, 6.2. Second contract for LD 10.0 billion. As of December 2018, that was a transitional period now. Let me just tell you this. I think that was transitional period. As of December 2018, the CBN had circulated LD 9.302 billion of or 90% of new banknotes from the second contract for LD 10.0 billion, including the overprinted new banknotes, of which LD 6.387 billion had been injected into the Liberian economy without removing from circulation and destroying the equivalent quantity value of legacy banknotes table. So that means the two transactions they did, they didn't even remove the money.
They removed the money still there. So what did they really infuse the economy with that money instead they did?
Man, people, man, they put our money, man. They didn't even put our money on the market, man.
You remove anything, but you say you infuse. If they get the money in there.
This is what I'm trying to get now. I mean, if these two transactions have gone as they did it, don't you think? What is it?
The money, the market will be flooded.
Yeah, they're going to be during 1990 time, because the money was just all over floating in Monrovia. We who were in Central Monrovia. It was just when they bust the free port of Monrovia. That time the money came, it was at the port there. Then you're telling me that we were struggling for no, man. Okay, let's see whether we can understand more. Notwithstanding the lack of clear legislature approval in 2017 to print new banknotes, the letter dated July 19, 2017 from the legislature to the CBN stated that all legacy banknotes, whether mutilated or good quality banknotes, should be replaced with new banknotes in the Liberian economy. The CBN reiterated this intended purpose in a board of governors resolution resolution number, they gave that number, which stated that the legislature has expressed to the CBL through its letter dated July 19, 2017, its full consent for the printing and subsequent issuance of new Liberian banknotes. The simultaneous replacement of all legacy Liberian banknotes and the introduction of Liberian coins in lower denominations. The CBR did not use all the new banknotes for the intended purpose for replacing all legacy banknotes with new banknotes. Therefore, new banknotes totaling LD 6.387 billion from the second contract for LD 7, let's say LD 10.0 billion were injected by the CBR into the Liberian economy without legislature approval, combined with the new banknotes totaling LD 3.759 billion from the first contract injected by the CBR into the Liberian economy. It is possible that new banknotes totaling LD 10.146 billion were injected into the Liberian economy in total. Despite repeated requests from the Kroll, the CBR has not provided an explanation as to which individual or individuals within the organization or the government of Liberia approved the injection of the new banknotes into the Liberian economy without effectively removing from circulation the equivalent quantity value of legacy banknotes. And number 4, this is another aspect here.
Yeah, they did.
They're refusing to explain.
CBL is refusing to explain. Okay. But what are our lawmakers doing? Is that what's happening? They can call the former president of the republic to come and ask a question about what during the transition problem or time when most of you are done. So get Malaysia Johnson said it. The people at the bank say you get in the authority. What authority did we give you to tell them? Would they do it? I doubt it. Our biggest problem, we got people in there, bunch of government, they don't understand economics. And how do you explain to somebody who doesn't understand anything? Instead of them going to the universities and getting the teachers or professors who teaching business class and marketing and all this stuff to come and help them understand. Not everybody in Congress understand everything. If they need anything, they don't understand. They hire people from the outside to sit and ask questions.
Now, this is it. Let me read this portion again for our people, because some people still asking. I mean, I don't know. Some people still having problem. Let's forget about this money issue. But this is what, because when we got in touch, remember the Liberian people were outside. They went to the American embassy and they appealed for help. The government got in, shamefully got in, and also say, okay, you please help us to investigate this matter. These people hired, they paid, the third party they brought in, it was not free. They paid them because that's the work they do. Now, this is it. These people went to Liberia and started the work. They worked there for, I think, 3 weeks. Listen to this. Despite repeated requests from Kroll, which is the company from Kroll, the CBR has not provided any explanation. Let's say has not provided an explanation as to which individual or individuals within the organization, that is the CBR, or the government of Liberia, approved the injection of the new banknotes into the Liberian economy without effect. Somebody's supposed to have approved. This is why the legislatures are there. They should have But the legislature, I think,
they don't ask questions.
now the money was not approved. So these people who actually handled the affair of this money, they were doing their own thing.
Yeah, who gave them the authority?
And I can tell you,
if it was the former president, they'll be here and ask questions.
Yes, that's what we're saying. Because at that time, according to the time frame now, that December, we already had the what they call transitional team put together, and the transitional team which the outgoing president put together comprises of people from the winning party and those from the outgoing government and some individuals who were independent. So they put them together, and every aspect was included on that transitional team, because the new government coming in, they have to know about the monetary aspect, whatever in the cover, what is on the table. They have to know about security, how it should be, and who should be this and who should be that. That's what the transitional team did for all of the time before the president took over. So, by virtue of the fact, if the information did flow and they knew their work, even the transitional team should have known that money was in the country and it was about to be put on the market.
Yeah, but then if you bring in people that haven't been in government, haven't run a court shop, how will they know all these things? These things supposed to be listed. Protocol for a transitional team. These are what's supposed to be known. It should be known, or put into law, or put into some regulation or policy for all transitional teams. These are the concerns. But we already know everything. So the American, so what you got for me to do? My manager will start with her. Well, the time in the corner there. I can see it. My man in the corner. Look behind. Look behind there. That's not how it works. Transition team should be prepared to ask the right question. They went there.
Even they themselves, man. I don't know whether they ask questions. Yeah, man. Especially the government that were coming. There are people, they who were coming in. They were the one that's supposed to ask a lot of questions. Okay, you bring this. Let's have a look. You bring that. Let's have a look. Oh, I mean,
they didn't ask questions.
No. Security wise, why this is that? This what is that? Oh, okay. Financial why, why is it? Because at the end of the day, in fact, the vault, the government covers should have been number one on the list for them to know, because we're coming to take power and people got to take pay. We ourselves we have to get money to look at to fix our offices and things and what's up. So first of all, we want to know how the budget is. What is it as far as finance is concerned? Where are we? Then people provide a document and then you'll go through. Oh, we put in money before the elections. So we put in for money. The money came in the country. In fact, right now the money is here. This is the amount and whatsoever. So you want to tell me the transitional theme?
Nothing. Even the lawmaker should have put in a transition budget that the new government coming in. This is a budget for them to operate on to final XYZ. Zero.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's a special edition of Profile Liberia. We have Christian Nkofor, aka Kofa. Okay, Kofa Nelson is here, and we are analyzing and trying to digest the reports into at least a layman understanding. The report is huge, as we know. We're trying to condense it and also to explain to people what is it. There's something wrong, and there's something
wrong. We are just careless,
and something wrong with us, Liberian.
Or just don't care. I mean, here we got a senator dead. The lawmakers know a senator is dead. The executive knows. In 90 days, there should be an election. 90 days, there will be no election.
But we can't even hear it. They're not even talking about it.
Yeah, we don't know when her body will be taken to state for public viewing. Nothing.
You can't even hear about it. 90 days, we should have the by-election, yes. According to the Constitution.
The flag in her honor should be fly at half star.
Half star, yeah.
You go to the Capitol building and the flag is way up.
Even the very day they got the news, yes. The very day.
Capitol building the flag is way up.
Yeah, I think it should go for.
Yes.
It should go for a number of. I mean, either it's 60 days or so from here. What they normally do. Wow. Okay. Let's go further. Let's before in the next 15 minutes or so we can leave. We can leave on this note. No, thank you so much. Let's continue a little bit. Welcome to everyone. Thanks for all your comments. There are too many. We won't be able to read them. We'll have the look later. Nokofo will have the look as well after he finishes with the show. So if you have any response, he will be able. But I think we all follow him. Okay, let's look at what the firm is saying here again. In continuation, Kroll has sought to obtain information from CBL regarding the end receipt of the new banknotes. Example: commercial banks, Liberian ministries, etc. However, the CBL has not been able to provide this information. Consequently, there is a risk that significant funds were and remain unaccounted for by the CBL, and Kroll therefore recommends that this matter merits further understanding. Break the one down for Oya.
You say no record. And this accounting firm is shocked. The premier bank of Liberia.
What a mockery on the whole nation, man.
Yeah, the premier bank of Liberia cannot keep record of money being circulating, moving here and there. So they tell us now there's more to be looked into.
And the people say, yes, money is there.
Where we work, after 6 months, a year, the company hire auditors to come and see security, blah, blah, blah. But CBL has never, ever asked for such to see if what they do there is secure. Go down to Western I play is pitch black, and we gotta vote there.
Oh, you tell me? I can drive there if I go to Liberia. The last time I drove there was in the night. You can't even see it to say this is a bank that the Liberian government is keeping on some of our money.
Yeah, the place is pitch black, not even guarded. Not even got a team of experts in stealing. They just look at it, they turn, okay, by 10 o'clock, nobody around. Let's go in. They go there in the daytime, they survey the area, see all the weak points, how to get in early, in and out. There's no alarm system there. None whatsoever. And we got our money sitting there.
Okay, let me hold you there. Let's take a short break. We'll come back. We can do the final one on the mopping exercise. But let's hear from Nathaniel Petrie and remind ourselves as to how we got here.
Liberia wants to clarify to the general public and our partners in progress that there is no 16 billion Liberian dollars missing, as has been erroneously reported in the media.
I have my head about missing money because I know what happened to the money. When I asked to testify in this saga, I would have asked the central bank governor, how come a whole container loaded of Liberian dollars is said to have ended up at the vault of National Savings Bank, where it is alleged that pickups were building there on the cover of darkness during the campaign and were there uploaded and taken to personal homes.
This is
talking.
Yeah, this is the part like, and this man is moving around free, and you're doing major investigation on this. Somebody telling you, I know what happened with the money.
He knows. Yeke put it on the inquiry for the speaker to bring on the floor to be looked into. The speaker refuses. Yeke get mad and start coughing. They say Yeke rule. That one of the problems Yeke always coughing. Because of that, why when he submit inquiry, the speaker doesn't put on the floor.
Yeah.
By rule, their own rule. That's the process. So how many times is he supposed to submit inquiry for it to come on the floor to be discussed?
The people
When the man get pissed off, he say Yeke rule.
People don't know, I mean, what constitutes persons of interest in investigation. People can implicate themselves. That's why when even where we are, when something happened in the community, maybe a fight or so, and maybe there's life or so, people go. Sometimes you have about you live almost 7 houses between you, but they will still reach you, and they will come ask you, "Did you hear any noise?
Did he see anything?
Did you see anything?"
But here's someone who tell all, I know.
Yeah. Don't make mistake, my people, and say, "Oh yeah, I heard something." Oh man, you open window. I heard somebody yelling. You finish open window, they will be coming to visit you. Oh, what did you hear? How did you hear it? How was it? Can you describe anything? Then just say no, or keep your mouth shut. I didn't see it. I didn't hear anything. I wasn't around and whatsoever. That's it. But this man coming, I know what happened with the money, and this is not a small potato in the government.
No, I know it's not.
Yeah. And you want to tell me up to this point? My people, you're joking, man. You stop joking. Let's read 3.2.7 and maybe take a rest on this. We'll read the whole 3.2.7 and analyze it for people. Okay, this is discrepancies in relation to the USD mop up exercise. Okay, this is where the problem is. In July 2018, President Weah in power now. President George Weah announced that USD 25.0 million will be infused into the Liberian economy to mop up excess Liberian banknotes in an attempt to address the depreciation of the Liberian dollar. Kroll's open source research showed that President Weah mandated an economic management team chaired by the Honorable Samuel Tue, the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, and the CBL to implement the USD mop-up exercise. The CBL advised Kroll that the USD mop-up exercise involved CBL banking department representative undertaking the physical purchase of LD banknotes from local businesses and foreign exchange bureaus, with the seller being reimbursed for the value of purchased LD banknotes with the new USD banknotes. Kroll was not provided with documentation setting out how the USD mop-up exercise was structured or implemented, or which organizations were targeted by the CBL.
Okay. Now, if you look at the PTR report, the one done by a Liberian, one piece of document was provided to the PTR. Why that piece of document was not provided to the other people? Why? The one that provided to PTR said they pay 5,500 US to Forest Bureau. But when it went to record it in the record book, they said $100 and some $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened to that information that was given to one group of people? They couldn't give it to the other same group of people. Kroll is saying they didn't give her anything. But PTI is saying they gave us something. So what was the government having? There's the current government and not the past government. The current government.
Yeah.
What was she having? That she gave information to one group and refused to give the same information to the other group. Is it they realize that, hey, something wrong here, and we get to the people to expose us? So, I mean, I don't know. But
you know, look for, you know, that portion of reading, I just tried to find the story in Front Page Africa, because it is that story that actually, the particular partner that connected me with what they said, because I mean, Samuel 12 was brave to voice out that they went in the street and gave the people the money exchanger, and what they took from them was their name, their phone number, and email addresses. And I was just like, what? Email address?
Yeah, that's it.
How can you go give somebody, even when you give somebody, you know, $1,000 right now in Liberia, and say, help me to do it? You want to tell me you don't know this person? You just go and say you take telephone number and take email address and their name?
Well, that Liberia.
Yeah.
How can the same information you get to one group and all of a sudden it's missing? The other group cannot have access to it. How?
All right. Let me see what else. Okay. Let me see what we can progress a little bit, because this is it's really getting serious now. The CBO advised Kroll that the USD mop up excess involved CBO banking department representatives. I think I read that. Let me go further down. Kroll's analysis of information provided by the CBO identified that LD banknotes totaling LD 2.3 billion USD, okay, that LD 2.3 billion, equivalent to USD 15.0 million, were purchased for the USD mop-up exercise between July 2018 and October 2018. Kroll was informed by the CBO that the remaining USD 5.0 million was put into circulation as part of the normal banking operations and not retained for continuance of the USD mop-up exercise. According to a CBO Board of Governors decree dated July 16, 2018, the purchased LD banknotes should have been sorted and sterilized by the CBO prior to the circulation for a minimum period of 1 year. Instead, LD banknotes totaling LD 1.2 billion, USD 7.8 million of the total banknotes removed from circulation as part of the USD mop-up exercise have subsequently been reintroduced back into the circulation as part of the USD mop-up exercise within 6 months. The CBO has not provided Kroll with evidence that the Board of Governors had authorized the banknotes to be reintroduced back into the circulation before the period 1 year had elapsed. There are a whole lot of revelation here in number 4. And
the way I look at it, they put in reading. The current government did not want to be blamed. So, to our Liberian investigator, they say, "Wait, man, get it back on here." Maybe our investigator look at it and say, "Oh, this is not a will." They say, "Oh, it's not a will, but how would you do?" So when you come and say, "My man, if the white people come, tell them no back up." Because there's no way you can give one group of people record, and the very record is missing to give to the other people. I mean, what other conclusion can you come up to? You are trying to have something. No other conclusion. So,
all right, so let me. This is just is too much. For those of you that are following, you can take your own time, and if you want the report, you can inbox me your email address. I'll forward it to you. Take your own time and read it as well. The document is huge. We're just eating it bit by bit yet, but we'll try our best to, go along with you day by day, night by night, so that you can get a clear understanding of what in this report. You have every right, every citizen have a right to ask more questions. In fact, there are more rooms for questioning now than before. So let's take a short musical break. Let this guy ask a question in this song, and we'll come back and we'll just wrap up with the final paragraph. So
oh Daddy, what shall we do? Sinzijan. Oh Daddy, what shall we do? Sinzijan. Oh Daddy, what shall we do? Sinzijan.
What shall we do?
all right, what shall we do in the midst of this? Let's hear this guy.
well, I have no question.
Okay.
Oh God. Good boy. Good boy, the people system below. Good boy, I know how to do so. This one. This I want to bring it. I really want it, man. Hey, good boy. The money the way job we have over Papa me. But I overhead you. The president taking the money very small. The public say go cost us people. That what I made me scared. You know, no similar being able to call a judge or who. But I'm scared. I know what something we can do. I wanna be able to go quick play. To see man Jew. All the people money and I see I get money replace it. The system better. The Papa knows what it is for the money. This one. But anyway, I don't know the day I'm going to steal it. Or who steal the money, but we that's as who would kill.
All right, that's the new song in town. To bring back not the new song, but the song Kimber Rare during the time of the campaign. So we just trying now to just wrap up. Let me read the last paragraph on this section here, 3.17. It says here, the approach taken by the CBL to implement the USD mop-up exercise, whereby small teams of bank personnel directly purchased LD banknotes from local businesses and foreign exchange bureaus in exchange of USD notes, created an enhanced level of risk with respect to potential misappropriation of banknotes, potential opportunities for money laundering, and potential execution of transactions with illegal businesses. Consequently, there's a risk that significant funds were unaccounted for by the CBL, and the Kroll therefore recommends that this matter merits further understanding. Look, let's wrap on this.
Yeah, well, the expert is going and shaking their own head. So, wow, was this really done? I mean, they have certain believe it. You go map up money and you look for employees. So, I mean, get $100,000, you go there and buy a $1 million you can get. That's how it was done. The man go and spend 25,000. He come back and say that 100,000 I spent over. What is security? Zero. What is zero? No question asked. None of them, man. Solid. That you got, who gave you 100,000 and you use all out. And I what happened? They went to Forest Bureau. Forest Bureau record said they gave 5,500. CPL record says they gave 160,000 plus. No security.
Oh God, Lord, I don't know where we are. No, thank you so much, and we want to thank you. I hope you have time during the course of the week where we can go back and continue to look at the document and explain to our people.
Well, we have to look at it until we go to death.
Good. All right, thank you. We'll arrange time again, and then so we can come back and so we can talk about it. Thank you so much for
today. We got banking laws.
What shall we?
From 1978, 1972. Why can't we look at that law and try to strengthen it?
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah, it got law 1972. On the books.
All right, okay, Nook, have a very good weekend as well. Enjoy yourself, and we want to appreciate you today as well. Thank you so much, Nook.
All right, Max.
Okay. All right, good night.
Oh, Daddy, what shall we do?
What shall we do?
Thank you so much, all of you, for being on the platform this afternoon, this evening. Whatever it is, it's all about Mama Liberia. And this is not a time to sit on the fence or to say my brother is in this government or was in that government. So there's nobody there to take the blame. Every Liberian, wherever you are, you have every right to ask questions. You even have right to campaign to serve for end of this case. Believe me, or believe the report or not, there's money missing, and not small money. We're calling on the leadership of Mr. Weir to please, do not run the government on the basis of friendship. Even if your cousin is involved in this, release him. Do not protect him. The reputation of the Republic of Liberia is right now at stake. It's going to take us a long time to recover from what has happened. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for coming on the platform. Thanks for all of you who shared video and your comments as well. Until another time, when I shall be back, I want to say, may God bless the continent of Africa. May God bless you above all else. May God bless Mama Liberia. Good night from my end.
Achizima now.